All right. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome to episode 2 of the Words of War. It's 8 p.m. on Friday, just like I said it would be, and we're going to get this started. I'm pretty happy to be bringing this to you guys today. I'm hoping that everything that we can come out with will do well. Talk to me. Let me know what's up. If you have any questions, ask away. If Madion's the shit, man, I will respond back to you while we're going through this. Today's focus is ADCs, and we're going to cover that. For you guys who don't know, my name is War Dragon, and I am the host of this show. And I will be bringing you all of my expertise on the AD carry today and anything that I can do to enhance it. We're going to be focusing mainly on positioning today. But before I get started with that, I'd like to touch on Madion. That is my artist for the day. We're going to be listening to a lot of his stuff. Getting a replay for me to assess. Would you mind? No, man. Send it on over, and I'll take a look at it. Do realize I have about 70 replays in my box, so it may take me a little bit to get to it. Don't get mad if I don't. So I've been doing some tweaking, trying to get some overlays set up and get my stuff set up for you guys. So we'll see if that looks a little bit better tonight. And how's everything sound before we move on? Yeah, everybody can hear me okay? Music sounds good? Nobody wants to answer? Alright, I'm just going to assume it's good then. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. So it's good. Alright, well, let's get started. The first thing I've got is a little bit of a replay for you guys. I got a replay queued up already because last time it took a little bit long to kind of put together for you. And here we go. We have a little replay that I was in. This is a high plat ranked game with a Diamond 80 carry on my team. Named Riva, and we were really struggling in this game. The team fights were coming down to a lot of issues, and we were having some issues with a lot of them due to poor positioning and a hard engaged team. If you take a look at the enemy team, you'll notice that they have a Lee Sin, a Rammus, and a Malphite. That's an extremely intense lineup to be dealing with as an ADC. And on top of that, we got a Lulu. Everybody who knows about this should know that a Lulu and a Malphite is an intense, a really intense comp to be looking at as an ADC. Because if Malphite gets an ult off on the ADC, it's looking like it's going to be pain. They also have an Ezreal, which is a hard kite and has the ability to kind of keep himself where he wants. However, on our team we have a Soraka, a Kennen, and a Jarvan. Some capability to peel there. But the Kate really has to do work in this. I'm going to get started. We're going to keep it a little bit slow, and we're going to play through. Actually, I'll play through it once at normal speed. And we can go ahead and watch what happens here. There's a dragon contestation that starts right here, and we're going to contest it. And as you can see, it's full team on full team. And we have it going down. Actually, I'm going to bring that back because I want you guys to have a mini-map. That was a bad idea. But we can notice the split immediately. Look at Kate's positioning. I'm just going to pause this right now. If you take a look at Caitlyn's positioning right now, she is isolated with Malphite, with Soraka with her, which is always a good idea because how much damage can Malphite really do on his own? Not all that much, especially with a Sora there to silence him and make sure that Kate's getting healing plus armor. She's put herself in a great position too that I want to point out. Caitlyn has this beautiful ability to jump over ledges with her net. So she's going to go ahead and probably make use of that. Meanwhile, in the pit, we have me and Kennen. Two very powerful AoE ultimates combined, and we have 3 people isolated. Rammus, Ezreal, and Lulu. So now we've got the isolation going down, and we'll get back to the replay. It got turned really, really quick. I don't know if everybody noticed how fast that got turned, but it did. Just like that. And it's a 4 for 0. Now I missed the Dragon Steal, and that's on me. But we had a 4 for 0 there due to good positioning by our Caitlyn and bad positioning by our Ezreal. So we're going to back this up and go over this one more time. And this time we'll go ahead and slow it down. So this is the initialization, and it's all about to get started. Pay close attention to what happens to the Ezreal. The Ezreal puts himself in a really shady position for one reason and one reason only, and that's because of our comp. Because of our comp, he puts himself in a really dirty position. Lee Sin's fighting Talon up at top, and Ezreal's still working on the Dragon. We've got a fight going on, and their AD carry is busy working on the Dragon. I should have had a Smite Steal right there. I fail. Alright, as we notice right here, we've got the isolation starting to come off. Caitlyn's going to do her job up at the top, and if you pay attention to it, that's what's going to go down. He left because he knew it was over. Kennen isolates them and gets the stun in. Talon realizes he's got an opportunity, and Ezreal is too busy trying to bang on me, and Talon goes in and takes advantage. Also, Lulu blew her ult on the Lee Sin to keep him alive, so she didn't have it left to keep the Ezreal alive. And due to the fact that he was stuck in the pit, he couldn't go anywhere. A flash would have done him no good because he got too close to one side, and he got silenced by Talon and went down. Notice how Caitlyn switches targets there. She doesn't run away from the team to chase after Malphite. She sticks with the team, switching back to the target she can deal the most damage to, who are inside her range while staying at the safest spot. She stops fighting Lulu because she knows that Talon's going to pick up the kill. She turns back on Malphite to make sure that kill gets secured, and then she comes back to make sure that she can pick up whatever's left. Me and Kennen still chasing after Rammus here and keeping him there. It's beautiful. I mean, it really is. It's beautiful to see that play. Everyone worked really well together. But despite the fact that they had an extremely hard engaged team, no one was able to take advantage of it because Caitlyn had such good positioning. Another thing I want to touch on that I'm going to be touching on when we get into the game later is her entrance to the fight is what's a really big deal. It's something that a lot of people don't really pay attention to, and that's the entrance to the fight. So if we back this up to the very beginning of the fight, I believe this is it, despite how it looks. Just got a little bit of issues here. Back it up one more time. We're going to get this started here, and Caitlyn's going to keep herself in a nice little spot. She's playing the shadow on this ledge. Because there's no ward there is a shadow on that ledge. And why don't we go ahead and touch on it here. She can still see what's going on with Blue. But Blue has no idea what's going on with us. Okay? No idea. And when we play this through again, we'll see that Caitlyn's going to come down and really take advantage of that shadow. Really, really take advantage of the fog of war there. She's got me in front of her. She's got Kennen next to her. She's got Soraka behind her. She's covered. She is really covered. She backs up into the fog, but Malphite's still on her, so he can keep with it. She fogs him out again right there. The fight's going on over here. You can see that Ezreal is picking up what she can. Malphite starts to run, realizing the rest of his team is dying, and he's not going to be able to kill Kate. It's not always necessary that the ADC is dealing damage to the characters that necessarily need to die. Lee Sin is really big in this game, and he needs to go down. We have a Lulu who can die really fast and has a lot of capabilities to keep people up, and an Ezreal who can deal a ton of damage because he's already got his mirror mana, and he's already sitting on top of an Elder Lizard. He's got good cooldown and a Sheen. He's going to hurt if he gets some damage in. But she stays back and trusts her team and lets it just kind of go down. And I know what a lot of people are thinking, well, what if the team was bad? What does she do then? And to ease your worries, we got our asses kicked in this game, okay? This game went all sorts of wrong, so we were kind of failing her. She was doing a great job of positioning herself the entire game, but we got beat due to wards and vision, which I'm going to touch on right now, because I'm always going to touch on that. In just about every game, I want to touch on the fact that wards are super important. If we stop really quick and take a look at the map, we can see that there are blue wards all over this map. All over this map. I know it's kind of hard for you guys to see, but there's a blue ward there. There's 4 blue wards up by Baron. Okay? And there's not a single purple ward on the map. That is all our fault. And as the game goes on, despite us getting an inhibitor and getting up here, we don't have any vision of what's going on. So another team fight occurs right here. And I'm going to back it up just a little bit. And I want to cut the fog here. Okay. So here we are. We have a ward up right here. We have 1 ward up at Baron, and it's right there. And that's pretty much all we've got. And this fight is going to take place and go really quickly. Caitlyn is already in a really bad spot. Because we didn't have ward coverage there, she had no idea how many people were there. And luckily, I'm going to come in here and do some awesome stuff and keep her alive. Everybody does their work to keep her alive. Soraka goes mad heal mode. I come in and do some mad kite. But due to Ezreal's beautiful positioning away from it, he knows if I don't go help Kate, that she's going to die. So he stays right where he needs to be. Lulu's right next to him to keep him alive. I managed to split from Kate, and Kate's going to do work. Talon's on Ezreal, but he's not going to be able to get the kill. Lulu pops Locket, and it's a big deal in this fight. And we can see that stuff's going down. Caitlyn's going to finish the people off with a really great position. You notice that she's positioned up on the ledge? It's beautiful. It really is. Malphite has to work so hard to get around to her because she hopped up on that ledge, and she does work with it. I go dumb after that. And Ezreal's positioning is beautiful. He's going to slap the rest of the team in the face here. He's going to back off. He's going to make sure to take advantage of getting in here, despite missing the shot. He waits till he fogs out. He waits till he fogs us out, and he drops the ult. It's so beautiful. Make sure you're taking advantages of fogs. He puts down the ult. He turns and kills me. He picks up Kennen. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. He's going to walk away from this one alive, and they're going to take the 3v4 and stop us from doing Baron at the same time. Both of these ADCs do beautiful jobs at different times, and we can see how important positioning is. If anyone has any questions, please throw them out there. But that's positioning in a handbasket. If you get in the wrong spot, which Caitlyn did at the beginning of this fight, she put herself way too forward, the engage happened on her, and the whole team's focus changed to peel. So whereas a lot of people are going to go, hey man, I'm not getting the peel I need, I'm not getting the peel I need, our whole focus changed to peeling for Caitlyn. But because we changed so much focus to peeling for Caitlyn, we ended up not being able to take care of the more important things that were happening, like killing their ADC, taking care of what was going on with their support, and doing all of that. And their ADC's positioning went beautiful, and it ended up spanking us. So that's it for this replay, unless anybody has any other questions. I had a much better replay lined up. I really did. I had a beautiful replay for this, and it was all lined up, and everything was ready to go. And LOL Replay did its beautiful thing where it goes, hey, fuck you, we're not going to load the spectator data, and you're just going to be screwed. So, unfortunately, I can't do everything about that, and it just kind of screwed me over. See if I've even got it right here. It's on the desktop. It's a beautiful replay, but it just would not load in properly for me, and that's one of the issues that we had there. But, so as I said, now we're going to go into a game. I'm not going to bring anybody with me on this one. It's just going to be a solo queue game. But the question I have for you guys is, where do you want to see it? Do you want to see a normal game and watch the ADC positioning? Or do you guys want to see it in a ranked game at my level and just see what we can get out of that? The problem with the ranked game is, though, I may not be able to get ADC. Actually, and that brings up a good idea. I'm going to invite some people. Got to make sure we get it. Got to make sure that we get that ADC, because if I don't have an ADC on there, what's the point, right? So let's go ahead and invite some people. You want to play, man? Bring you. Just start inviting guys I'm coaching. See who joins the game. Alright, we're just going to get in with these three. So now we're going to see how this works. I'm going to ADC, and one of the first things I'm going to touch on when we get in this game is CS and harass. Okay? I really want to touch on CS and harass. It's cool, man. Don't worry about it. So that's what we're going to touch on first. A lot of people have a problem making the distinction between CSing and harassing. No problem, man. That's fine. A lot of people have trouble making the distinction of when should I CS and when should I trade in lane? When do I harass? What's the proper time to do what? I'm worried that I'm in lane and I'm so focused on playing aggressive and dealing with the people that I'm not CSing anymore. And this is something that I've heard a lot of people talk about at a lower elo. When you get up to higher platinum diamonds, you'll notice that the harass is not as heavy. The aggressive style in the lane kind of calms down a little bit because people realize that CSing is much more important. And if they die in the trade,